Good afternoon. It's in 34 on TRAXXfm. This afternoon, our guest is Mr. Hilmi, and he's talking to us about the art of Sulaman Tekat. Hi, Mr. Hilmi.
Hello.
How are you doing this afternoon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
good.
good.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. How
How
about
about
you?
I'm
you?
doing fantastic over here, and it's exciting talking to you because you're an artistic person, and we've seen some of your work of art. Zam has shown me some of your art, and are you? Oh, you're fiddling around with the artwork as you speak.
Say
Say
again?
Are
again?
you stitching it now? You're stitching. I see you doing some work
Yeah,
there.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
doing the
doing the
stitching
stitching
right
right
now, the
now, the
embroidery
embroidery
processes.
processes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as you
as you
can
can
Wow.
see
see
from the
from the
screen.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's live. It's happening live. If you happen to be online and you can catch it, how did they catch it, Zam? This is on Facebook, Facebook Live, and
Facebook, YouTube,
YouTube.
only YouTube.
Okay, Facebook and on YouTube and on TikTok. Is it? No TikTok.
No TikTok.
Okay, so just get on to Tracks FM and you'll be able to see it, right? Okay, so Sulaman Tekat. Can you tell us about this Sulaman Tekat? What is Sulaman Tekat?
Okay,
Okay,
Sulaman
Sulaman
Teka is
Tekat is
actually
actually okay. It's
actually
actually
embroidery,
embroidery,
but
but
it is
it is
classified as
classified
a
as a
raised
raised
embroidery
embroidery
because you
because
have
you have
some
some
stencils
stencils
under
under
the
the
gold
gold
thread
threads
that
that
make it
make it
look
look
raised.
raised.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's why we call it Sulaman Tekat, something that is raised, it embroidered but raised.
but
So in English we can call it raised gold work or raised gold embroidery.
gold embroidery.
Yeah,
Wow.
but
Okay.
but actually it's not a real gold. Actually, it's imitation gold. It's a metallic thread. But last time during might probably before the British era, the Malay people used a real gold thread.
Oh, they
Might
had.
probably is a yeah. I think might probably it's a mixture of different metals.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you use 100% gold, it will be very soft, right? So it bristles easily.
Right, and you also need security outside your front door.
Yeah. and someone was surprised, should I sell it if I use a real gold, right?
Right? It'll be.
Yeah.
But have you considered it? Have you considered doing that?
Using a real gold?
Gold thread.
No.
Not yet, anyway. Yeah.
Not yet, because I think it's not cost effective.
Right, but it's
Yeah.
it's very attractive, and it looks like it's very difficult to actually master. How long have you been doing this?
Okay, actually, historically, so I've been doing this for the past 9 years since my late grandmother passed away.
Or was it passed on to you from her?
Yeah, actually, she is the embroiderer.
Mm.
She as her mom. So my grandmother and my great grandmother.
Right. So as a
I think she didn't pass it to any of her children.
uh-huh.
We used to live with the product of Tekat embroidery, such as we are in Perak. Actually, this Tekat is very significant for the Malay people in Perak. So we use it in a lot of ceremonies, like weddings, like in what you call that, the baby showering, akikah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, and then in circumcision ritual.
Right.
Okay, and also in ear piercing.
Mm. Oh, those
Yeah,
were times when you have this material around, yeah?
Yeah, so we usually decorate it. We make what do you call it in English? The pelamin, right? So we
Uh-huh.
will decorate the pelamin using all these decorative Tekat embroidery. So big cushion,
Right.
sitting place. Okay. So from my childhood, actually, I have been seeing this kind of handwork done by my grandmother. So and also some things that left by my great grandmother. So actually, it's already in there in our family actually. But I started learning around 9 years ago.
Right.
When
Why?
my when my grandmother passed away.
Right. So before she did pass away, she showed you how to do all these things. So you were the one always running around her and wanting to say while she was doing it.
Okay, frankly speaking, actually, I've never seen my grandmother doing this embroidery. I have only seen the end product.
Oh.
Yeah, so I've never seen her doing it. But historically, of course, because she has a lot of children, okay? So all the children is talking about the mother is doing all this kind of embroidery, all the everything. So we know that she used to do this kind of embroidery, but I had never had the chance to learn directly from her until after she passed away. Then I feel like, oh, very rugi, you know, because I had no chance. My point, because that time I was very small, right? And then when she passed away, I was like busy working, just starting my work life.
Right.
Yeah, so after feeling very like wasting, you know, because we didn't have the chance to learn direct from her. So I went to Kuala Kangsar and searched for some teachers to teach me lah.
Oh, it's such a shame, isn't it? You had the expert right in your midst over there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But so anyway, the tools of the trade were left behind for you also, right? You had some of the tools of the trade at home, I'm sure.
Well, I think left behind by my grandmother only the frame. You know, we used okay. Let me show you.
Yeah.
We have wooden frame here, so that we can strengthen the fabric. You know.
Okay.
Okay. So I think my grandmother left me two frames.
Two frames.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do we call it? Okay. What do we call this? Like a ram. In Malay we call it pemidang.
Okay.
Pemidang. Yeah.
Right. It looks like if it's on a drum, it's like how you tension the drum skin.
Yeah. Like you tension the drum skin, and in fact, perhaps. I mean, in fact, we have to pull all the threads of this one, the big thread here. To make the tension very tense.
Right.
You can knock on it like a drum.
See, like a drum, exactly.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So okay, so you pull all that, and then you can put the design there. Yeah. So all right. So that's how you got into Sulaman Tekat, yeah?
Yeah.
And how many types of patterns are embroidered on Tekat fabric? Is the next question from Zam.
Okay, about the patterns, first you have to see the motifs. Okay, so we have, for me myself, from my observation, I classify there is around 3 kinds of motifs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the very old one is before 1990. 1900.
All right.
Before 1900.
Wow, 1900.
Yeah, 1900. So I have one here. Belongs to my great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me show you. Just wait a moment.
Yeah, if you can describe it, also be good, because we've got listeners who are probably not watching, and yeah, wow, you'll have to describe that, because I certainly can't describe it. It's beautiful.
Yes, this is before 1910. Before 19th century, right? Then before the independence, we have some motifs like this, but it's a little bit rigid and geometric.
Right.
And then after the independence, we have something like this: smooth, flowy, flowery.
Right. So at first, when you first started, I bet you didn't get all the threads close together. Sometimes maybe it was like loose or something like that.
Of course.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah, it did happen when everyone when the first time they wanted to try this, it happens to all the one that want to try, no matter who you are. Yeah.
Right.
Because it's a skill, okay. So it built to a process. Yeah, the main how do we say? The main thing that when you're doing this tekat is every step you have to check it before you move to the next one. So you have to make sure that the last step that you have done is perfect and correct.
Wow, it's a painstaking process, yeah?
Yeah. So for example, if I say I move one here, I do one step, I have to make sure this step is already perfect. Only then I can move to the next step.
What happens if you make a mistake? I mean, if the thread breaks or something along the way?
We have to open it back.
Wow. How much of opening back do you have to do?
But usually that's why you have to practice. You have to make sure
Uh-huh.
that it is in place, correct and perfect. So that you do when it is a practice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from one step to one step, the previous step is already perfect, right? So
Right.
the next one perfect. The next one should be perfect. So you will have no chance to get into a big mistake.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, if let's say if you fall into a mistake, you already realize it in the early phase before you move to the next or further step.
Right. I see you have an ice cream stick there also. Were you having some ice cream prior to this?
Okay. This ice cream stick, actually the function, it's from it's an ice cream stick actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
The function is we put under the mempulo here, the stencil here.
Uh-huh.
So the function is to protect the velvet from being cut when we have to cut this pemegang,
Oh, okay, okay. The thing that holds.
So, the whole, it holds the stencil. This all is the pemegang, holding the stencils. When we already arrive here, we have to cut.
Right.
We don't do this one.
So,
This one we don't need.
so the ice cream stick is not there because you didn't puasa, huh?
Yeah. It's meant to be for the latte lah.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to latte this one so that when you cut, it won't scratch your velvet.
Right. And how many times have you pricked your finger with that needle?
Oh, how many times? A lot of times. Sometimes it can bleed. Yeah. Sometimes we believe that, the sucker already have come asking for blood.
Oh my goodness. Right.
Okay.
And what if you end up bleeding on that material?
Say again?
What if you end up bleeding on that material?
Usually when we have reflexes, right?
Yeah.
When we put our own hands, our hand will withdraw from the source of the pain immediately.
Right.
There is no,
Right.
So there is no chance that the blood will stain the fabric.
Good. Okay. When's the last time you got pricked by a needle doing that?
Last time, I think probably last year.
Oh, okay. It happened, huh?
Yeah, it happened, yeah.
Right. Let's hope you don't suffer the DJ curse. DJ curse afterwards you could die again. You be careful. Oh, gosh. Okay, if you just joined us, listeners, we're talking to Mr. Hilmi, and we're talking about the art of Sulaman Tekat for In 34 today. All right. What tools and fabrics are used is the next question.
Okay, traditionally we use velvet. Only velvet.
Only velvet?
But nowadays there is a lot of people that are trying new materials like the cotton, sampin, all the tenun,
Mm-hmm.
because tenun also use the gold thread, right? Tenun, the sampin one.
All right.
The sampin, the Malay sampin, right? So
Yes.
some people, we one of my friends tried to embroider on the sampin.
Uh-huh.
But I don't like the finishing because the background already has gold thread there. Somewhere you put a waist embroidery onto it.
Right. It's not
Everything will be
noticeable.
like sinking. Yeah.
Right.
It's not popping up.
Right. It's gonna be outstanding, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got big outstanding, and the most appropriate material to be used is I think the best is the velvet.
Velvet. Right.
Here you can play with the color.
Right.
Sometimes you have like this one is a dark stone, right? Dark blue. You have maroon. You have dark purple, burgundy.
Right.
But sometimes we also use pastel velvet. Then you have to play with the motifs and also the thread color.
Right. I think I can learn to appreciate this a lot more now after seeing you and how you're working on it. A lot of times we've seen it, but we don't give it a thought. We think that it's all done by sewing machine, and it's like so easy these days. Have they modernized it? Have they got this like done in by with machines and stuff?
Yeah, actually they did have. I've just went back from Kuala Kangsar today. I know that last time the one that people use the leg to move to work with the machine.
With like the sewing machine with the legs, the kaki. Yeah.
Yeah, the one. So they put onto the ram, on the frame, so they were like doing shaking like this.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
I don't. Do you like that technique? No.
No, I don't know how to make. I think it's very difficult because you have to shake one by one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So
And then second one, you also use we call it mesin lutut. Why we call it mesin lutut? Because we control the broad of the needle stone onto the fabric using our knee.
okay, just
Okay,
with
that one also, yeah. So that one you have just like push, you push your hand,
uh-huh.
controlling the fabric, as like you are drawing, but only using a embroidery machine.
Right, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And
Well,
then the
yeah.
third one we have digital machine.
Digital machines even, right?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
think at the end of the day nothing beats the traditional way of just doing it by
Yeah, because from what you see, you have this one. All those that is done by machine, they don't have the sensors under it.
mm.
So it doesn't waste as okay, let me show you. This is done by machine.
Right.
Okay. You can see if it's done by machine, you can see it's very flat.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, this is very flat, you see?
It's got no tender
But
loving care.
yes.
Okay.
So
Well,
compared to this one is the raised one, right?
right.
Yeah. And then this one when you see the very coarse.
Mm.
Yeah, this one very fine.
Right. Okay. So I invite the listeners who are not able to watch this right now as we're talking about it. They should go
Yeah.
watch the video later on, right, Zam? Right. Hilmi is showing us all these things. This is interesting. It's so interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I think to give a good view for the listener, the one that is made by the machine is just like normal embroidery that is on, like all your badges on your shirt.
Your badges on your
Ah,
shirt. So
yeah,
it's very flat and plain, right?
flat, yeah, flat and plain. The difference is it use a gold thread instead of the badges use a lot of colors, right?
Right.
Yeah, but it's the cut using by done by machine. The difference is just like the badge you see on badges they sew using the embroidery machine, but using gold thread.
Okay. Hold that thought there, Hilmi. We're going to break for the news in a bit from now. And we will come back and we will talk to you again in a bit from now. Yeah? After the news with Kevin Francis. Thank you, Hilmi.
Okay.
It's We'll find out more when we get back after the news with Kev, yeah?
like us on our Facebook page. TRAXXfm Official.
Thank you very much, Kevin Francis from Wisma Brita RTM for the news on TRAXXfm. Yo, Kev!
Yo.
I'm talking to Mr. Hilmi about the art of Sulaman Tekat. Have you got any question for him?
No, but we're learning a lot.
You're
from the
learning a lot, isn't
from the
it?
Conversation, that's right. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, I'll continue my conversation with him in a bit from now. I'll join you again for the next news update at 5.
Please do.
Looking forward, Kev.
34 RTM radio stations, one voice, every Friday to Sunday from 3:40 to 4:14 p.m. Join us for 34 minutes of pure Malaysian talent. Explore local art, hidden gems, and more. Tune into TRAXXfm and be part of the cultural celebration.
Hi, Mr. Hilmi.
Yeah.
We're back. Yeah, you don't sound so excited to talk to me. You're like, yeah. Okay. I wanted to ask you this before we cut to the news. How long does it take? How long does it take to complete a design like this, like the one you're doing right now? And how would you describe it to the listeners who can't see it? How long would that take? Like, how big is it?
Okay, this the size of sleeping pillow.
Okay.
Okay, size of sleeping pillow. Usually, I will take around 3 weeks to finish it.
Wow.
That one the minimum time that is for me to be able to finish it. But probably it will be more longer. Yeah, that one the minimum one. Usually, yeah.
Right. Do you get
Yeah,
people? Do you get special orders, like people who might want to make it, like, you know, if they get married, maybe have a special his and hers pillow or something?
Okay. Usually no. Usually the color, yeah. I think almost all the time if the pengantin is perempuan, they will use a reddish color. Or the lelaki will use the blue one.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
they won't put their names down there.
No.
Sayang and Abang.
No. Because you know why? Because this tekat is very traditional things, right?
Right.
When we put some names, like we have to use Latin alphabet, right? So it will reduce the value, I think.
Yeah.
And the finish is not that so catchy.
Right.
Yeah. But if you want, you can put name, but only using Jawi, maybe.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
So I've seen this. You also have this for Ayat Kursi, isn't it?
That one is a verse about the river in the heaven, actually. Yeah.
Wow.
So that one submitted for one Hasanah Gold Thread Award by under Yayasan Hasanah.
Right.
For the award, so I won the award.
You got that? You got that award?
Yeah, I got the award. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. On 2023.
How long did it take you to complete that? That looks very complex.
Yeah, that one I think like 2 months and a half.
2 months and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
2
Wow.
months and a half. Yeah.
Oh gosh, that really it takes a long time, yeah. And these pillows and all that. Is it very expensive to obtain some of your work?
Well, that one, the piece did is a flow from heaven. The one that I submit to Yayasan Hasanah. The one, the price is around 7,899.
Wow. Okay, that's very.
That one, the official. Yeah, when we submit, we have to tell the price how much, right?
Right.
When we submit the form, yeah. So I put the price 7,899.
I think that's very affordable, isn't it? For what you put into to work.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, let's see. If I take 2 months and a half for a piece of product like the Ayat, right? The size of 2 feet times 3 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 7,000, right? Around 7,000. So you divide into 2 months. So you got like around 3,500 per month.
Correct. How many hours in a day are you putting into the work?
Okay, during my work days, I will usually sew only around 4 hours, but weekend, my probably it's up to the whole day. Yeah, but of course you have to stop, right? You cannot sit 24 hours doing this. Of course you have to break. Let's say for me, I usually take my break around 1.5 hours, in between 1.5 hours.
Right. Right. Okay. What about threading? You're threading the needle, huh? When I have problem threading. I can't see the hole these days. When you
Threading the needle.
yeah.
Mm.
Wait, what gadget do you use? Do you use there's a little gadget, isn't it, for threading
Yeah,
the needle?
there is a little gadget, but that little gadget is not suitable for this kind of thread because
Okay.
this is 3-ply thread. Means you have 3 strands.
Wow. Is your needle different?
The needle should be very thin,
Uh-huh.
very what do you say? Very halus.
Okay.
Okay, but the thread, the one that you use to bind the gold thread,
Uh-huh.
the black thread, it should be 3-ply thread.
Right.
Yeah.
So
3-ply
it's
means it has 3 strands in one thread. The
okay.
normal one we have 2 strands, so it's a little bit
Thicker.
big, right?
Yeah.
So when to thread it into the needle, we have to cut it diagonally.
Wow. Even.
You have to cut a little bit diagonal. You cannot cut it straight.
Okay.
So when you have to cut the diagonal so that you have a point.
Right.
To
Right.
the hole of the needle.
Right. So you got to put it inside your mouth and then no.
Sometimes, of course. Sometimes,
Yeah.
why people do like that? You have 3 slides that, right?
Right.
So when you are putting inside a very small hole, right?
Right.
So you want to combine all the 3 ply, you have to use your saliva. You have no
Correct.
choice.
Yeah. Otherwise, the thing doesn't get, like, how do you say?
It doesn't align together. It went together. It was like a pecah go. One go to the right, one go to the left, one go into the middle.
Correct.
Into the hole is very difficult, no?
That's right. Yeah. I know that because I can sew myself. I've got.
Oh, really?
Yes. When I was in school, everybody used to wonder why I carried a sewing kit. I was like one of the strange schoolboys who used to carry a sewing kit. But as soon as their pants, their zip and all that tears or whatever, they'd be like, "Green, please help me, and I had to go and tolong everybody. But yeah, I can sew buttons, I can stitch zigzag, I can do a couple of things actually. And that's a skill I picked up from my grandmom and my mom, sewing. So yeah, I don't know if many people can sew. Zam, can you sew or not, Zam? Zam says yes. Oh, he does with the machine, really? Huh?
No, I know.
Oh, he's lying. See? Bulan puasa and he's lying, Hilmi. Okay. So, what are the challenges you face when trying to complete the Sulaman Tekat?
Okay, for actually, there is a lot of challenges, nowadays. Actually, I think probably since Tekat is being done in Tanah Melayu, they will have this kind of challenges, Because last time, gold thread, where did the Malay people got gold thread? I think from my great-grandmom, they told us that all those gold thread come from Germany.
Oh.
So it's imported, right?
Right. Only
Since ever.
okay, gold thread. Okay.
Gold thread. So nowadays we have gold thread made in Malaysia, but the quality is not that so good.
Right.
So this one is from Japan.
Oh, okay. So they have the silkworms and they feed gold to the silkworms. And okay. Do people use raised embroidery in modern fashion or decor apart from bridal wear?
For me personally, I don't like people to make raised embroidery this tekat onto a fashion.
Right.
The one that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
Because the census is from a paper cut.
Right.
So it's a little bit difficult for you to wash your clothes, right? Paper cut, yeah.
Correct.
Unless you want to keep it like songko.
Mm-hmm.
You buy one songko, you go for pray, you don't wash it.
Right.
Yeah, if you can have a cloth. You want your clothes to be like that.
Then you're all right.
Okay, yeah.
Correct.
And then clothes should be like what do we say? Flow onto your body, right?
Right.
This one, this fabric velvet is very faggot, like very hard. Yeah.
So it's something that not many people are picking up on, and you're like one of the last Mohicans or the few of them, right? Is it popular among? Is there still a lot of people who carry on the tradition?
Actually, yes. We do have people we call penekat lah, tukang tekat or penekat in Kuala Kangsar.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them is around my age of mine.
Mm-hmm. Your age is what? You're 15.
No. I'm going into 40 already.
Right. You don't look 40 at all. Must be a
Really?
secret in doing this. Yeah.
Okay. So, but the challenge is, one of the challenges is most of us, even though we know how to do this tekat,
Mm-hmm.
the problem is we have our main job,
Right.
Yeah, like my friends were working in hospital. So after finish working, only you can do all this embroidery things.
Right.
It's complex because nowadays we did a lot of source of income.
Correct. So
Yeah,
so for
it
someone.
depends on the cut. I think it's a very difficult thing lah. If you just focus your income from the cut, so you have to do the cut as a second job. So the
Right.
challenges is when you make it as a second job, so you will fight with your own tiredness.
Correct. For me, I think people should pay you a lot more for what you do, for all the dedication and the hard work that's put into it. I think, right, Zam? I think that they should pay a lot more, and that would make it a lot more worth it for you, right? So,
I just can say, why? Because I told you the market value. Okay,
uh-huh.
the one that love the cut usually Malay people from Perak.
Okay.
Okay, other state might probably, yes, they know the cut, but it doesn't symbolize where do you come from, right? For example, if I'm from Selangor, I don't need the cut because it doesn't symbolize my Malay community of Selangor.
I see.
But if I'm Perakian, of course I need the cut because people will say, you are from Perak, you have the cut.
Right.
Yeah. So, but I want to ask you, how many rich men will buy this tekat?
Mm-hmm.
It is only promoted to the Perakian people.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So yeah, the marketing strategy, I think, I don't know. There is a buyer.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I don't know, because I do this as my second job. I don't have we have some companies of doing specific tekat. All the palaces in Malaysia, all the istana, all the kerabat go and find them for all the ceremonies, everything, so they can make money.
Right.
In fact, they will send to us some of the project to us so that we can help them to finish the project, right?
Correct.
So they are helping us too by giving a salary.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I'm running this by my own self. So and I have my main job. So actually, I'm working as a doctor in Jabatan Kesihatan Negeri Perak.
Right.
Yeah, a doctor. But the difference is I don't do any clinical anymore. But someone who stay in the HQ, we are playing with data, data and also awareness, everything.
Okay. You should be a surgeon.
Oh.
You'll be stitching them up very, very artistically. you could, would you?
No, actually, I'm thankful that I did become a surgeon.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I think probably until up to now, I don't have a time for rest.
Right.
Yeah.
But how interesting if you were a surgeon and people actually like it. Like, doctor, can you stitch me up this way? Can you can you put a star here? Can you put a rose there? Okay. Well, how do you see the future of Sulaman Tekat? Art. How do you see that?
Okay, compared to what we have. When you see, actually, this tekat, the history, it comes from I don't know. What I have read is come from the Central Asia or Middle Eastern or probably from Europe, where all those cultures combined together, they produce a good gold embroidery, right?
Right.
So how did it come to Tanah Melayu that time, to Malaysia, to our country? They come to Indonesia
Right.
through Turkey, through Islam.
Mm.
Mm.
So,
So what we have, this is the remnants of our identity.
right.
But the problem is that like I say, the one that love Tekat is only Perak people.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like in Europe you have race gold embroidery,
Mm-hmm.
but all the churches need to use it. Why? Because it's a part of the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
The robes, in church they usually use in church, right?
Right.
Yeah. For
Okay.
example, for the Muslim, the Kaaba.
Mm-hmm.
They sustain the gold, this tekat, the race embroidery by doing the kiswah of the Kaaba.
Right.
Yeah, but in Malay tradition, I don't know. Might probably have some future,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not sure.
Right. Okay. 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 So
Actually, you know why why I tell you like this, because tekat, we have a lot of tekat. You have tekat gain, tekat perada, tekat tampal, tekat kertas emas, tekat gobar. This one tekat benang emas. The one that survive only two, tekat benang emas and also tekat gobar.
Oh, I see.
But the famous one is tekat benang emas.
Right.
Others already gone already. You really can find it in museum. And if people ask us also, we don't know how to make it.
Right. So
Yeah, so the risk for this tekat that I'm doing this is same as the risk that the tekat friends had before.
okay.
It can be distinct.
Right. Okay. So what advice would you give beginners, anybody who wants or anybody who is interested to actually pick it up? What would you do? Is it more popular among the guys or the girls? Who's got more patience?
The girls actually.
All right.
The girls. But for me, I tried it because I was thinking, the Kaaba, the one that sewing the Kaaba is man, right? It's not woman, right? So
Right.
for me, it's no problem whether you are a girl or a guy. But
Right.
almost all the time, the girl will find for the classes everything lah. Yeah, compared to the guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Guys got to stop
So-
playing video games, huh?
It's a little bit addictive actually, because when you do something, you know that you can do something, you want to do it more.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Correct.
it's a repetitive movement.
Mm-hmm.
You have to do it without feeling bored,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit addictive.
Addictive,
sorry.
like you said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay. So your advice to beginners who want to start, or where can they actually learn this?
The center to learn this is Perak lah. In Ipoh, I myself.
Mm-hmm.
In Kuala Kangsar, we have a lot of other penekat that can teach you all if you want to go for classes.
Right. How big is the biggest piece that you've made for yourself?
Say again?
How big is the biggest piece of artwork that you've done for yourself?
I've done 40 inches times 40 inches.
Mm-hmm.
40 inches times 40 inches is around 1 meter times 1 meter.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's on your wall somewhere around the house.
No, that one is for a wedding.
Oh,
wedding
okay.
cushion.
Right.
Akad nikah cushion.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So anybody who gets a gift from you will be very lucky, isn't it? For you to put,
Gift.
yeah, if you were to give somebody a gift, it means a lot actually, right?
Oh, actually, it's meant for sale.
Right. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any last things you want to add on to this, Mr. Hilmi?
Okay, for those who want to try, I think it's a good to give a chance for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
whether you have the skill or not. But don't be rushed, because I myself, like you said, this now, first time everyone when doing all this embroidery, there must be some, holes here, holes there.
Yeah.
Tak rapat sana, tak rapat sini, longgar sana, longgar sini. That's a normal thing. So you keep practicing, the fastest you can be a expert on doing this might play around 3 months.
3 months, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And what has that skill done for you? I mean, like, how do you see, like, in self-improvement, how has it improved you as a person in what you have to do and how you commit yourself to this?
Okay. We have a lot of things in this world, right, that usually come into your mind and disturb you, your mental status. So by doing this, actually you are like meditating yourself. So you can you can bring yourself for a moment away from your problem.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just get into the world of Sulaman Tekat.
Yes. I give an example lah. If you break with your girlfriend or boyfriend, come to me lah. We learn one.
Okay. You learn how to do that, yeah? Simple as that, yeah. I think you should send all the surgeons to you and then everybody learns to stitch up people creatively.
Post up if I have to cut on their body.
Okay, Mr. Hilmi, absolutely interesting talking to you. I look forward to a day when we can talk again. Maybe you can come by the studio sometime and talk to us. Yeah?
Inshallah.
And absolute pleasure. Thank you again. You take care.
Okay, thank you too.
Selamat berbuka puasa later on.
And to you too.
And next time, hide the ice cream stick, huh? Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
34